This is the HHW LOD Podcast Network.
Morning.
I can't.
Suburb of Dallas on the north side of Dallas, they got a good 6 or 7 inches of snow, and I'm not exaggerating at all.
Jordan and I got 7 inches of snow since we just hit record.
Well, I mean, it's unusual for this to happen in Texas, obviously, and really, it seems like the last few years we've had a snow of some sort, but it's only like once every 8 or 9 years that it gets really ridiculous for Texas, and this is one of those years.
I did get a kick out of Frank's rant about the North versus the South when it comes to weather, though, on the news episode. I've never heard him even that fake angry before.
That last episode of Half Hour Wasted should illustrate just how crazy weather it was down here. Usually Frank and Bill and I gather at Bill's house, but we Skyped in an episode, and it was poor audio quality, but none of us wanted to drive, mainly because there's crazy people on the roads.
Oh, I don't blame you, dude. I hate driving up here, and I've lived in this area my entire life, so, it's bad.
People in the South, especially in Texas, think, well, they drive in snow and ice up north, so I can too. And it's like, no, they don't. They have salt trucks, and they clear out all that crap before they get on the road. You people are crazy, stay home.
Yeah, right. We ended up doing that same thing with the Inter2 of ice under the snow at one point, and that really is the worst. It takes forever to go away.
There are still cars here in the Northeast that have never been dug out from the first storm we got like the days before Christmas.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I've still got like a foot of snow on the lawn out front. It's, and it's no signs of going away. Although the last rain we had helped a little bit.
I personally love the snow because we don't see it that often, but I can understand why somebody might be sick of it. But we're not here to talk about the weather. We're here to talk about The Walking Dead, yes?
Yes.
I believe that's the rumor.
And this is our official call-in show, not our unofficial call-in show like last time. And we're expecting some call-ins. We put out the word on Twitter again. And I guess our first caller is Jim Dietz, who has just joined us.
Hello, Jim.
Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller. How's it going? Did I win those tickets to the Aerosmith concert?
You did.
Caller, can you turn down your radio when you're on the phone, please?
What? I can't hear.
Hey, before we get some real calls in, let's talk real quick about Discount Comic Book Service. I have in my hand the previews catalog for February, which shows what items will be in shops in April of this year. Interesting Walking Dead thing. This is from Image Comics, Walking Dead Survivor's Guide number 1 of 4. Let me just read this blurb. Basically, it's a 32-page comic for $2.99, 1 of 4. Everything you've ever wanted to know about the cast of The Walking Dead. The Survivor's Guide is a handy checklist of all the characters who have appeared in the series thus far, alive or dead. This series is a can't-miss supplement to the hit comic book series that is now a hit TV series on AMC. So basically, it's kind of like an index. It's going to be 4 issues. The cover of issue 1 here says you got A to C, Aaron, Aaron, to Carol. So I might actually pick this up. I haven't bought a single issue Walking Dead comic in a long time, but I'll probably pick this up. This looks really cool.
Yeah, I generally don't like those encyclopedia-style comics, but for The Walking Dead, that might actually be really handy with the number of characters that have been introduced and killed off over the years.
Yeah.
It sounds like an hot move for The Walking Dead.
Yeah, it does. It sure does. Continuing on with The Walking Dead Weekly, we've got issues 14, 15, 16, and 17 in this February issue of the previous catalog. So
they're just trucking along on that, huh?
Yeah, 1 a week, and we did the math before, so they're up to what 80 or 81 in the real.
I believe 81 was I just started seeing previews show up on different websites, so that'll probably be this week.
So they'll be caught up sometime in 2012, I suppose.
And I talked to the owner of my shop in town. He said, they don't sell astronomical numbers, but they're selling pretty well this weekly comic, so good for Image.
Cool. And if you decide to order that or anything else from DCBS, you can add in the WD8 code if you are a first-time buyer and get an extra 8% off, bringing your total discount to somewhere around 50%, which is dynamite.
And I don't know if we ever said the official URL, but that's dcbservice.com, correct?
Yes, it is, dcbservice.com. I just found the price, the Walking Dead Survivor's Guide number 1 of 4. DCBS price is $1.79.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's more than 30% off.
It looks like they're actually also, you can pre-order the Blu-ray of the season 1 or the DVD. They've got the Blu-ray priced at $40 and the DVD is priced at $32.50. I don't know how that compares with your other normal Blu-ray and DVD outlets, but if you want to use your WD8 to get 8% off, this may be a way to get the Walking Dead show on disc.
And speaking of the DVD and Blu-ray sets, as we record this, it is Tuesday, February 8th. That means it is exactly 1 month until the release.
Yeah.
And one of the things that's shown up online, I guess this is kind of our first news story, but a trailer has been released for the season 1 DVD and Blu-ray sets. Now, granted, it's all material we've all seen the first season, but if you Google this, it's one of the first things that comes up, the trailer for season 1 DVD. It's a really good trailer. Did you guys get a chance to watch it?
I have not seen the trailer.
It's kind of all the best bits of the first season, all the good emotional lines and the quotable things that you remember from the show, all the really cool explosions and headshots. It's a very good and moving trailer. So if anyone was on the fence about buying the DVDs, watch that, and I think you might change your mind.
Walking Dead TV, what's your favorite color?
Hey, this is the kid from the podcast and the call and the review.
The kid, this is Jack you have revealed to us, right?
Yes.
Awesome,
Yeah.
man. Thanks for calling in.
This is the kid who was sneaking the show around his parents?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm a really big fan of zombies. I'm kind of obsessed with them. I think I've read about 20 books about zombies in a month before.
Dang.
That's a lot of zombies. Now, are you a fan of the Walking Dead comic? Did you try it before the show?
Yeah. I think I've read up to 39 of the books so far.
That's awesome. Cool. Do you read them in the single issues, Jack, or do you buy the trades, or what's your method?
I think I just read them in order. Sometimes if I'm bored, I like to look at the pictures, and then I'll read the caption of what they're talking about. Ever since I saw the commercial of The Walking Dead on AMC, I was immediately hooked to it, and it looks pretty awesome.
I have some secret information. I didn't play your voicemail yet, Jack, and that was on the list of things to do for tonight. So can you tell these guys about your inspiration to start your own podcast?
Yeah, so far we're on our second show. Me and my friend Griffin and Blake, we have been, our school allowed us to do it. We're also, some of my other friends, we are making a zombie movie in the school. So, yeah, it's really fun.
Now get to the part where we inspired you to do that, Jack.
I think you guys are just so awesome that I had to just embrace that awesomeness and try and put it into my own way of just like putting into the show. So,
hey, can you just repeat the first half of that first sentence?
I thought you guys were so awesome that I needed to.
That's enough. That's good.
So is your podcast all news about your school for the students and such?
It talks about so I have the Walking Dead TV show on my phone, and since none of the kids in my school have seen it, sadly, every lunchtime we would sit down and watch one of the episodes or try and get through one of them. Yeah,
All three of you watch it on one phone?
No, like all 6 of us trying to listen
on
to
one
it.
phone. Oh, man.
Yeah, this is
So your teachers catch on and your parents catch on that you're sneaking around to watch the show. Are we going to get nasty messages left on the voicemail from somebody's parents?
No, my mom already found out.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I've been
Hey.
there.
We condone zombies, but we do not condone disobeying your parents. So you walk a fine line.
You're gonna end up being the walking grounded.
And Jim is old enough to be your father.
His love of zombies though does give me hope for the next generation. So God bless you, Jack.
you.
Jack, did you tell us how old you were?
I'm 12.
Oh my gosh. I've got a almost 12-year-old daughter, and I can't imagine her watching this show.
Well done, Jack.
I have not seen the original the Night of the Living Dead, sadly, but I've seen Zombieland and Shaun of the Dead.
You
got rid of
couldn't have- yeah, you couldn't have picked two better movies to start with, I think.
And it's just been like me and my friends talk about like if during lunch what we would do in a certain part if the zombie apocalypse happened, where we would go, what we would do, and yeah,
That's awesome. Double tap, man.
definitely.
And keep up your
Doing
cardio.
your cardio? Yeah.
All right, Jack. We're gonna we really appreciate you calling. We're gonna let you go. Have some other calls coming in, but thanks a lot, man. Thanks for listening. And good luck with your podcast.
Okay, I'll see you guys.
Take care, buddy.
Take care.
That was like really cool.
Yes.
It was nice not being the youngest person on the show for once.
How crazy is that?
He's in so much trouble.
We will not be held responsible for any trouble you might get in.
So we have things that we need to do. We missed a couple of calls while we were talking to Jack, so I guess we'll try to fit in whatever we can between phone calls and stuff, and I'll just keep interrupting you when a call comes in. But I guess we need to do that contest that is over first, Brad.
Yeah, we had the Twitter contest where people would send in pictures of themselves dressed as Shane with their pants hiked up. We got a whopping 3 entries. And I'm trying not to be bitter about it, but because I was told I was a bitter person today. Of course, I know they were just joking.
Hey, phone
But
call coming in, Brad.
okay.
Walking Dead TV podcast. What's your favorite color?
Bluish green.
What's up, Rich?
Hey,
Brad was just literally talking about you.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was. Brad
is
was
this Richard Chub Toad?
Yes.
Okay, Richard is a listener of the Half Hour Wasted show as well, and I've met Richard in person, so I know he's an all right guy. But today on Twitter, he said that he was just taking after me when he was being all bitter and stuff. He said I taught him how to be a bitter, cranky old man.
You're not.
It inspired me to be. Not taught me. Inspired.
I'm really not that bitter. I'm really not. I'm a nice guy.
I know. I'm just kidding around.
Well, you can be a nice guy and be bitter. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm bitter about things.
Says you. So Richard, what's your favorite zombie? Who's your favorite zombie?
I'd probably have to go with Buster at this point.
Yeah, you're just rubbing salt in the wound now.
Oh, really?
Well, he only ever showed up the first episode. I thought I was onto something.
Well, you need to start a campaign to get him back on.
Yeah, they haven't started filming yet. There's still hope.
All right, Johnny, you got to get on that. You got to get me an email.
Did we ever
What's
get?
his email?
Did you ever find out the actor's name?
Joe Giles or something.
I believe that's exactly Joe Giles or Joe Giles. We're not sure how to pronounce the last name.
Maybe we should try to get a hold of him.
Yeah.
Richard, are you a fan of the comic? Did you start with the show? I know some of us know the answer, but I'd like for you to tell.
Oh, a little mixture of both. I started reading right before the show. I had a friend that for years at Comic Book Wednesday would always be like, "You got to try this out." I'm like, "Really? Can a comic about zombies really sustain a story?" Never really did. Then Jordan bugged me this summer to pick it up. I was like, I might try it with the TV show coming. Read the first trade and immediately went out and bought the next 12 trades, and read it all up to trade 12 before the show came out. And then it's the day 13th, the 13th trade dropped. I bought that and read it. So definitely became a fan of all that is Walking Dead this year or this last year.
And what do you think generally of the show? The differences and the similarities, or what you like and didn't like?
Well,
Answer that in 5 seconds or less.
I like the show that the show took a different path, but still remained true to the story, the core of the story.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much how we all stand. We don't want to know what's happening every step of the way, but it's the characters that we love.
There was a point in the show, a scene that takes place in the woods, that I really had my excitement meter up when it was happening, going, it's about to happen, and then it totally diverged from what happened in the comic book. So, because there's a certain character that I don't like, and
Yeah,
I kind of wish.
Hey, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You're skating that line there.
I know.
Now, Rich, since you liked The Walking Dead, have you checked out any of Robert Kirkman's other comics, like Invincible or Sounding Wolfman?
No, when I was down at the Wizard World of Austin, I wanted to pick up some Invincible trades, but nobody seemed to have. They had some, but nobody seemed to have the first one or had it cheap, and so I just haven't picked it up yet. But definitely, now that I have a job again, yay, I'll probably start going back and picking up some stuff I wanted to read, and Invincible's on that list.
Yeah, it's
Right
definitely
on.
worth it. That's a great book.
And Kirkman's got another one coming out soon. Is it called Robot or something like that?
No, it's about a dinosaur,
Well,
actually.
yeah, but I think the title's Robot because it's a dinosaur in a robot suit.
I don't know.
I think you're wrong, actually. Super.
Well,
Yeah,
you're employed, sir.
it's called Super Dinosaur.
Okay, but he is in a robot suit, right?
No, sir. Well, he's wearing some armor or an exoskeleton of some kind,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
but he's not a robot.
He's not a robot that's going to be infected with the zombie apocalypse, because I think IDW already has that covered, don't they?
At the moment, yeah.
Here's a blurb. It's actually in that previews that I was talking about earlier. Here's the blurb for Super Dinosaur number 1. This is where it begins. The evil Max Maximus wants to get to Inner Earth. He wants the dinosaurs that live there. He wants the powerful Dynor mineral that originates there. Super Dinosaur and Derek Dynamo are the only ones who can stop him. The fate of the world rests on the shoulders of a 10-year-old kid and his best friend, a 9-foot-tall Tyrannosaurus Rex who loves to play video games.
And if you can't tell from that description, it's going to be an all-ages comic. So
Yes.
for fans of Robert Kirkman's writing who don't exactly want to expose their young children to zombies, and we don't blame you, this may be a good jumping on point for them, which you can get through DCB Service, DCBService.com, code WD8.
WD8 even.
Isn't that what I said?
I think you just said code WD.
WD.
Code WD8. I said WD8. It must have cut out the last syllable.
Very good. Hey, Rich, I'm gonna cut you loose so we can grab some of these other calls. But thanks a lot for all the support, hanging out on the forums and everything, man.
Sounds good. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, bro.
See you later, man.
Thanks a lot, man.
Well, before we get another call, Jim, earlier you asked about the special features on the discs. Right here, I have a list. We have several featurettes. We have The Making of The Walking Dead. We have Inside The Walking Dead, episodes 1 through 6. We have a sneak peek with Robert Kirkman, behind-the-scenes zombie makeup tips, convention panel with producers, and the Walking Dead trailer. I'm going to assume that's the trailer from Comic-Con and not the DVD trailer we were just talking about. And then we have extra footage. We have Zombie School, Bicycle Girl, On Set with Robert Kirkman, Hanging with Stephen Yeun, Inside Dale's RV, and On Set with Andrew Lincoln. Now, some of this stuff has been online before. I know I've seen it, but others I'm pretty sure are brand new, so that'll be pretty cool to check out when the discs come out.
Very cool.
I wish they'd have like a gag reel where zombies are walking down the street and one of them's arm falls off and, goofy stuff like that.
Hey, you're on the Walking Dead TV podcast.
Hello, this is Dane Brennan. But you guys know how to get a hold of.
Hey, Dane, what's going on, man? Yeah, we've actually had some people call in this time, so I guess the line's been tied up a little bit. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I've wanted to talk to you guys since I started calling your podcast.
Where are you calling from?
like 4. I'm calling from Lawrence, Kansas.
Wow, that was the home of William Burroughs.
And so the link's been used.
Now, this is the Dane that I called Dan accidentally once, I think, on the show.
Yes, that's one of my pet peeves. Yes, this is the Dane that you called Dan. I enjoyed, as I left you a voicemail message a few minutes ago, and as I said, I've never been into zombies. I write speculative fiction, and as a joke, I wrote a story, The Zombie Story was funny,
and I sent it away to a publishing house. Well, they really liked it, and so I started writing zombie stories. As time went along, the series came out, and I thought, this is something I really want to see. And I'd never seen a trade. I didn't know what a trade was, and I picked the stuff up, and I watched the series, and then you guys gave me a podcast that I found was perfect for my needs. I never read the episode, I never read the comic, I had no idea, and I didn't want spoilers. And you guys have been extremely knowledgeable, and as of right now, I now have four issues of the trades. I'm starting to read them. I mean, 2 a month because I have a budget too.
Oh, that's understandable. How are you liking the comic so far?
I'm really enjoying it. I don't want to give spoilers, but I can definitely see where the TV series is keeping the true nature of the comics so far. I like how The Walking Dead is about the people and not about the zombies. So you probably want to know what my favorite episode was. I've been walking around in my room thinking for the entire time I've been trying to call, wondering which one is my favorite. And I think that I really like the Vatos episodes because they show the complete different nature of what people do to defend their loved ones. I was surprised when the tough guy ended up being a janitor for a nursing home, and I thought that was wonderful. I won't say it was the most exciting episode, but to me it revealed a lot about the character. I know what things I'm looking forward to. I really am curious to see what happens to Shane. And of course, I tried to find a good picture of Shane's pants to send you guys, but I just didn't have the time. I think your new website is very, very good. I build websites for a living in my real job. So
Oh, thank you very much.
I thought you guys did a good job on the website. It seems to navigate, fun to use. And I really enjoyed all of your. I enjoy what you guys do. I wish there was more news for you guys to tell us so that we could do episodes more often so that I could listen to.
You can always check out Legion of Dudes, and you can check out Half Hour Wasted on the other days. Plus, we got the New Media Minutes podcast. So even if there isn't Walking Dead news, we're always putting out content.
Yes, I listened to the Media Minutes. This morning I was listening to the one that took place in Guatemala, reviewing some movie or someplace. He got me into a cave. He said it was wonderful on special effects, but a lousy story.
That would have been Sanctum, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, Sanctum. That is Sanctum. I couldn't remember the name off the top of my head. I listen to those every morning when I'm getting ready to go to work.
Right on.
I find those are perfect links for what I want to know. And to be honest, I started thinking I may want to go through and start reading Daredevil again. I haven't read it since I was a teenager, but I actually may start reading them. I read comics back way in the 70s and 80s, but I've not done them since. Although I like the Walking Dead style. And I'm a fan of Neil Gaiman and all of those, his Sandman and those graphic novels. So this kind of fits in with what I've been reading.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Dane. We really appreciate all the support you calling in. I'm going to try to get to a couple more callers, but thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
And we'll
Bye,
definitely
guys.
get your name right from now on.
Yes.
It'll be Dane and not Dan.
Okay, thanks. Bye, guys.
Take care.
Bye. Have a good night.
All right. This is a safe time to talk about that contest, Brad.
Okay, like I was saying, we had 3 entries. Mitch sent in a photo of himself with his pants pulled up way high. Fisty LaRue, Brandy is her real name. I don't know if she wants me to say that, but sorry, I did. And I got to meet Brandy in person.
Yeah, I was going to say she lives close enough to punch you. So
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
She can see the ice in the snow.
Yeah, really. She sent in a picture.
And her name is Fisty, after all.
Yes, that's true. Fisty La Punch Brad.
I'd be worried she'd do more than punch you then.
She might. No, she was real nice though. She sent a picture of herself with her pants cranked way up, and then somebody named, Fake Six Pack. I couldn't remember her name right off the top. She sent in a picture of, it looks like the little kid from his name was Chancho in Nacho Libre. Chancho, need to borrow some sweats. The little Mexican kid. It looks like him. It's not him, but it looks like him. And he's got his sweatpants pulled way up under his armpits, which was pretty funny. And
Nice.
There's a little tagline on the photo that says "Haters gonna hate." I think the winner here is going to be Mitch because I liked his. He's got his cranked way up high, and so I'm gonna give this to Mitch. And John, tell Mitch what he won.
Mitch, you won the Volume 1 oversized hardcover of The Walking Dead. So you're going to get the first 2 trades, which is the first 12 issues of The Walking Dead, in a very nice hardcover presentation that is courtesy of our sponsor, DCBS. And if you email contest@walkingdeadtv.com and leave your information, we'll get that right out to you. So congratulations, Mitch.
I would like to shout out to Fake Six Pack and Fisty LaRue, though, because they always have me on their Follow Friday, and they're very nice young ladies, so.
Yeah.
And big supporters of the show.
She bought a t-shirt, too, Fake Six Pack.
All right, well, as we said before, this is Tuesday, so just this past Sunday was
The Super Bowl.
There we go. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl?
I did.
Oh, I'm a commie.
Yes, my daughter was one of the people dressed in all white that was on the field dancing with the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
her drill team was one of 13 dance teams that were invited to go dance at the halftime show. She was on the front row of dancers that was surrounding the round stage that was out there. You know, we never did see her up close and personal, but she could point to herself on the screen. So she had a great time.
And please, let's not talk about the outcome of the game. It's still kind of a sore spot here in the Berg.
Well, I probably already know the answer to this question. Did anyone stick around after the Super Bowl to watch Glee?
No.
Didn't think so.
No.
Well, they
That
had
would be a bit obligatory.
a zombie themed episode, in part at least. They did a song by the Zombies. She's Not There, I think it was called. They also did Thriller, and they mixed that up with another song that I'm forgetting. But they actually had some really awesome zombie gear and makeup that they had going on in the episode. So that was cool. But that brings me to the next actual news story, and that is that the CW, which is not the network that runs Glee, but it's comparable in terms of a lot of the subject matter, the CW is bringing their own zombie show to the airwaves probably this fall. It's going to be a show called Awakening, and it's going to focus on 2 sisters trying to survive the zombie apocalypse. So does anybody here actually watch any shows on the CW whatsoever?
Nikita.
Oh, that's right, that was on CW, wasn't it?
It was.
And I know a lot of people love Supernatural. A lot of television critics love The Vampire Diaries. Like, apparently it does more than you would expect, or than I would expect anyway.
I watched Supernatural like the first season or 2, and then I'm not sure why I just kind of fell off the radar. But I've been watching Smallville since season 1, so that's a big one for me.
Oh, of course. How to Forget Smallville. Yeah.
So you're
Which
the one
is-
that's watching.
Yeah, me, Ken, and I.
It's him and Ken Morgan.
Yeah,
They're
Ken and
both
I
Nielsen
are
bosses.
the 3 guys. They're still holding the match for Smallville.
Robin from Media Joker, who's been on the show before and was on Legion of Dudes a few weeks back, he hosts a Smallville podcast, actually. Starkville's House of L.
It's not to segue too much, but it's really, since Jeff Johns really kind of stepped in and kind of offered a creative hand, I guess you'd call it, in the last couple seasons, it's been really good. This season's probably the best season by far.
I have a couple of voicemails that have been sitting around too long that I wanted to play. So here's one of them.
Hey, Walking Dead TV podcast. This is Callum from Sydney, Australia. Des Reevy on the Forum for Geeks. Just want to call up and say thank you very, very much for a fantastic show. And on behalf of those of us in countries where The Walking Dead is not actually on TV, thank you for your fantastic episode recaps. I haven't been able to see the show, but thanks to your great coverage, I know exactly what's going on, and we'll definitely be picking up the DVDs as soon as they come available down here in Region 4. Secondly, I just wanted to say again, congratulations to you guys for again landing the big interviews. Norman Reedus, Ben McCreary, Robert Kirkman himself. I mean, I put this in my other interview, which I'm not sure if you guys read yet or not, whatever. But yeah, like I said, it says volumes about the quality of the podcast you guys produce, and you know, these people wouldn't waste their time going on some little tin pot thing, run out of someone's garage by two guys on a microphone. You guys have obviously proved yourself to be a good quality podcast, and it's starting to pay off for you guys. So look, congratulations again. Look forward to the next 9 months or 10 months, whatever it is off season. I'm sure you guys are going to have some fantastic stuff in store, and I'll see you on the boards. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you, Callum. Callum is awesome. I don't know if it's cooler that people in Australia listen to us or that people in Australia that can't see the show use us to find out what's going on.
And then actually call in.
Yeah. And a garage is a very cool way to say a garage.
Yes.
Everything's said cooler in Australia and New Zealand.
Put another shrimp on the bobby.
Yeah, let's do our best to promote stereotypes.
Yes. Yes. Well, why try anything new now? That's been working for us so far.
Don't feel too bad for him. It's summer right now down there. We're all freezing up here, so.
You think it snows in Australia?
In some parts, probably. It's a big country.
I imagine.
All right, Jordan, why don't you move on to a little more news and we'll see if anybody calls in or how it goes.
Sure. How many of you guys like video games? Have you played things like the arcade?
Ooh, low blow from Jordan. Yes, I play many of the video games.
It was not intended to be a low blow, just to be clear.
I'm playing Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare right now with zombies. It's awesome.
Well, it is not been announced. Let's be very clear. This is not official. This is rumor. But Telltale Games, which is a very well-respected developer of video games, they do the Sam & Max games. They're doing a Jurassic Park game right now. They do the Strongman games. They announced, and I want to make sure I get the quote here exactly. They're going to be announcing 5 new games very soon. And the guy who, whichever one of the creative directors said this, said, one of the titles to be announced is, quote, based on a just-launched property from the TV and comic book world whose popularity is changing life as we know it. Now, that doesn't say explicitly that it's The Walking Dead, but
it's the cape.
I kind of doubt it.
What, you guys didn't want to answer the phone the first time I called?
Hey, Victor. what's going on?
Jersey Shore.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
We have Victor from Exploring the Multiverse on the line. Yeah, we actually had other people calling in, so you had.
Okay.
Hello, Victor.
What's up?
We just had a call from Australia, so we're feeling very sort of international.
G'day, mate.
Oh, dear. What's going on?
I think you late your podcast.
So, Victor, you've called in. You've left us voicemails. You were obviously a comic reader from way back with Walking Dead, or did you pick it up recently? How'd that go down?
Oh, gee, let's see. I was, well, man, this has gone back at least a year, and I did not want to read The Walking Dead back in those days strictly because it was black and white. And I was like, I'm not reading a black and white comic. I was reading Invincible, which was, of course, another Robert Kirkman book, but I just didn't want to read this Walking Dead.
Victor,
and,
I was right there with you, man. I was like, black and white? No, man, I read comics for the color and all that exciting stuff. And I was like, whatever, I'm not reading that.
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, I looked at it, and I'm like, I don't, no, and zombies are all right, but I guess I got that mentality of your typical zombie movie, which are fun, but not normally my thing. Well, my co-host Lucas, he finally taught me to reading his first trade, and I mean, I was hooked. And I've been a trade reader ever since. So I'm up to trade 14, 13, 14?
13 is the current one.
13. Let me see, did I get 13
13.
Let me look at my letter here.
Cover, I believe.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, I did get 13 because I borrow...
Quake hits and the earth opens up and the lava monsters come up and then they all have this ritual sacrifice of the pizza.
That's 11.
I thought this one was... I just got partway through. I thought it was where the aliens came down.
Hey, spoilers, guys. Come on. Seriously.
But, I mean, yeah, I've become a total Walking Dead fan, and I just... since I started with trades, I want to keep going with trades, but I keep going him and on over whether or not I'm going to start picking up the issues or not.
I'm the same way, man. Like, it sucks when every new issue comes out and people are, I can't believe this happened on page 15. It's like, I've got to wait 6 more months to find out what happened.
I'm a read. So, like, once I start down the trade route, I can't like separate it. So even if I decide to go monthly, I have to get the trades as well, just to not have that break. I'm just weird. Like, well,
I think it reads better in trade, because you're only getting like the tiniest bit of story in a monthly book, and then you have to wait. But if you can wait every 6 months to treat yourself to a thick trade, it's like heaven.
And they're clearly written for trades. I mean, the end of every 6th issue is your money shot, if you will.
So this is a family show.
Well put.
Well, see, speaking of issues and trades, I mean, Robert Kirkman wants more people like me because when it comes to Invincible, I buy the monthlies, and then every time a trade comes out, I'm like, oh, gotta get the trade too to put on the shelf.
You get the hardcovers too, the big ones?
No, I haven't splurged yet for those. If I see a good deal on them sometime, I might, but I'm just so far I'm going with trades and issues.
So now that the TV show had a chance to kind of settle in on you, what do you think as a big fan of the comic?
No problems whatsoever with any change that's really made. I'm just a pure fan. I mean, I'm a fanboy, so first off, I already, there's already like that gleam in my eye when I sit in front of the TV and watch it, and I just like it. I'm going with it. The changes are great because one second I'm like, oh, are they going to go with this? And then I'm like, oh, okay, that's different. I see that coming. So I'm pure fan through and through, and I can't wait till what's the release dates for the first season? March
8th, exactly a month from today.
Well, I can't wait for that because as of this past weekend, I just bought myself my first official Blu-ray player and a 55-inch TV.
Oh, nice.
So I think that Walking Dead just might be my first Blu-ray purchase.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah.
So you're saying that next season we're coming over to your house to watch the episodes, right?
You should have seen the Super Bowl here. We were sad that the Steelers lost, but it was still a good game on 55 inches.
Absolutely. Fergie looked outstanding, I'm sure.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I was actually at my parents' house on a similar size TV. I can guarantee you that didn't help.
All right, Victor, thanks for all your support and everything. We're going to try to finish up here and get some other calls, but we appreciate everything, man, and we will talk to you soon. I'll probably see you on Black Ops sometime soon. You can throw a hatchet in my back or whatever.
I was listening to you, real quick, I was listening to one of your LED episodes. I was finally getting around to listening to your The Duties episode. And you mentioned Black Ops. I was like, oh, I was literally listening to it this morning. I was like, oh, I got to send him a message, get on to that Black Ops.
Yeah, definitely.
Have a good one.
Take care, man.
Take care.
Very cool. ExploringTheMultiverse.com. They do video podcasts, which is really cool. Good stuff. Jordan, I'm pretty sure I did cut you off. Did I cut you off with the video games? Was there something you needed to finish up?
Well, I mean, it's still just rumor. It's just this could be the game they're announcing, but if a respected publisher like Telltale Games here was to put out a Walking Dead video game of any type, because they generally do the point-click adventures, but they're not limited to that, would you be interested in that? Would you want a first-person shooter? Would you want an RPG? Would you want any type of video game to go along with The Walking Dead? First person.
I would like almost kind of like the games you get almost like the minis on PlayStation, or like the addictive games, where it's almost like maybe not just one set type of gameplay, but almost like different types of horde modes, or different kind of weapons, or things like that, where you're just having to fend off different attacks, or they have different objectives. Maybe one kill as many as you can in a certain amount of time, or survive the longest. Just things like that, just to kind of to mix it up and make it fun. Almost in some way, I guess kind of like Left 4 Dead, but maybe not exactly like that. But just something like that.
Very good.
I don't know. There are already so many zombie games, and some of the games already have zombies in them. I mean, Call of Duty Black Ops has a zombie mode. Red Dead Redemption had Undead Nightmare add-on. I mean, it just seems like zombies are in every video game. And it might be cool to see a point-and-click adventure like Telltale is known for. I know there's a lot of hype around their Back to the Future game. That
oh yeah, that's much known. Yeah, they did the Back to the Future.
They actually got Christopher Lloyd, and I guess it's like the screenwriter from the original Back to the Future stories, or Back to the Future movies. He says it's close to a new sequel as we're going to get. So if they did something like that, if they involved Kirkman or some of the writers and have like a logical extension to the story, I could see that working.
Yeah, I mean, I'd check it out no matter what. I mean, if they're using the characters from the book and or the television show, I'm gonna check it out just to see how they handle it. Licensed stuff can be really bad, but I'd check it out. Okay, so I'm going to do some quick iTunes reviews because we hit our 100th iTunes review, which is awesome, and we're going to have a little announcement about that prize at the end of the show. But I just want to shout out some people that left reviews and got us to 100. We have Kit Killer 3000, great podcast to go with an awesome show, 5 stars. Mike BD50, awesome podcast, 5 stars. Jack, who we heard from earlier, the young man who started his own podcast and is making a zombie movie in school, which is fantastic. The best podcast ever, 5 stars. He was our 100th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So he's like my favorite listener, one of them.
And being 12, he's probably just recently learned to count that high in school, so.
Very good. And from Zombie Wolf 713, a really, really great podcast, 5 stars. So,
no offense, man, Jack. Just messing around.
It's just Jordan.
Yeah, ignore me.
So that's our latest iTunes reviews. Thanks again. Keep them coming. We broke the 100 mark, which we were trying to do for a really long time, and we look forward to 150, 200, and who knows what. And Jim, I think you wanted to shout out some of our other friends on the Twitter end of things.
Well, I just wanted to shout out Fisty LaRue and Sixpack, who have included me on their Follow Fridays quite a bit and have been big supporters of the show. I know we talked about them earlier being part of the Shane contest, but big ups to them.
Yeah, and also, just because I noticed today, it is Headbanger Chick's birthday. She is the wonderful age of 26, and she cracks me up and always does the Follow Fridays and is a listener and makes me laugh on Twitter. So check out Headbanger Chick for some great music recommendations, too, I must say.
And if you're wondering why all these people are calling in and how come you didn't know about it, it's probably because you either
Hello?
Hey, dudes.
Who's this?
This is Aaron Newworth. I'm in California.
Yes, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
Newworth. Good to hear from you, man. Aaron's been doing some awesome blogs for us on the HHW LOD site, and he did his first Media Minutes as well, which was awesome. Good to hear from you, man.
I think it's pretty fitting that I did a Media Minutes about Dead Space, and now I'm on the Walking Dead podcast here, so that seems to be fitting.
Yes.
Zombies in space, basically.
It's a theme. So, Aaron, we're kind of asking everybody, did you read the comics before the show? Have you read them since the show? How's the whole Walking Dead experience going for you?
I've been a Walking Dead fan since, when the first hardcover came out, which was, actually, I'm not sure if you know when the first hardcover was released out there. Probably about 5 years ago, I would think, huh? Or close to, yeah, 6 years ago.
I've got my first hardcover right here in front of me. Let me look at the date. Looks like 07.
Yeah. So I remember I got it for Christmas for that year, and then I've been reading it ever since. So I've just been loving it, and then hearing about the show.
You've been reading one book ever since?
Yeah, I've been reading every time the hardcover comes out. I just went by that. I've been only doing hardcovers.
Oh, I was thinking like you said you've only been reading volume 1 ever since. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that'd be something.
That's a dumb stupid bad joke.
There you go with those terrible jokes again and no insight, Brad.
I know.
But yeah, every time the hardcover comes out, I just get super excited. So that's what I've been.
Now that you've had a little time to think about the show because it's been finished for a few weeks or months or whatever the hell it is now. What do you think?
Well, as some know from basically my writing, I guess, which is published on the site, I like the show a lot. I think the first season was a good like sample of what we can expect to come from the second season, which I think is probably going to really knock it out. They have an idea of what they're doing now, and after that first amazing episode, they kind of try to settle into a groove. And so I think the second season is probably they're probably gonna have a better idea of what works really well and like what didn't work as well, and they're probably just gonna make that just a little push it out. They can do a really solid series just like the other shows on AMC. And like I'm a big Breaking Bad fan, and a big Mad Men fan, so I just expect great things from that channel.
Yeah, and I think Jordan, maybe we could segue this into a little bit of news. Didn't they kind of solidify their writers for season 2?
They certainly did. Well, I mean, as we talked about earlier on in the show, not this episode, but in other episodes, there was that question of did they just fire all the writers, and there was conflicting information what exactly happened. The head writer went to he's going to be doing the show called Powers, which is based on the Brian Michael Bendis comic.
Sweet.
So we now have a new head writer. We have, I don't know what his name right. We have.
He was the writer on The Shield. I know that.
Yeah, I'm looking for his first name. I've got the last name here.
The Shield was an awesome show.
Yeah, Shield's one of my favorites.
I'm so happy they're making a show with Powers. It's about time. That's a great
I
comment.
know that's going to be really awesome.
Okay, so the writer, our new head writer for the show will be Glenn Mazzara, and as you said, he wrote for The Shield, he wrote for the TV show Crash, and some other shows as well. So he'll be heading it up. He was the credited writer for Wildfire last season, which I believe was episode 5. So yeah, he'll be heading up the writers' room for season 2 along with Frank Darabont. And so who knows exactly what went on behind the scenes there, but for season 2 there will be a writing staff after all.
So Aaron, do you have anything planned as for blogs or things you're going to be reviewing for the next couple of weeks that you can tell us about?
Well, basically, I go to movies pretty much every week with my I'll get some free. I write for another website, lifeonblue.com, and they sometimes hook me up with some free screenings for early movies, and then I just go with my friends on Friday. So I kind of see pretty much most of what comes out. But it's still kind of February, not many great things are coming out right now. I think that the I Am #4 movie comes out, and that kind of looks interesting maybe. But March is one thing really get back in the gear, so things like Battle LA and Sucker Punch and some of the other bigger, more known movies that are coming out. Those are what I'm anticipating. That's probably what I'll be.
Yeah, I'll be
having a lot of fun writing about.
I will be so disappointed if I don't love Sucker Punch. I think it's impossible, to be honest with you. I mean, even if it's terrible, like
just go with your plug, you'll be fine.
Exactly. If the story isn't terrible, I'm going to find a way to enjoy that because it's just.
Yeah, Zack Snyder, like as far as I'm concerned, Zack Snyder's knocked it out every time. He's like Dawn of the Dead remake, awesome. 300, really good. Watchmen, I really enjoyed that movie a lot. I mean, even the gripes I have with it, I really love that movie. Even his animated Owl movie, I kind of enjoyed watching that. So I'm looking forward to what Zack Snyder can do with like an original screenplay, what he can do with that world that he's created there.
And then Superman after that should be interesting as well.
Oh yeah, that's like another thing. It's got just slow motion speed ups of Superman flying around the world, like going out. I don't even know. That got me excited. Zack Snyder doing Superman movie. That was
This is Metropolis.
And with that one line, it's already more exciting than Superman Returns.
As long as he doesn't fly around the world backwards and change the rotation of the Earth, we're in good shape. Aaron, thanks a lot. Thanks for calling in, for supporting, and all the awesome work you're doing for our site and our shows and everything. We appreciate it, man.
Oh yeah, glad to talk to you guys. I've been listening since the Watchmen podcast. So it's really cool to now be an aspiring dude, it seems, as I'm contributing in.
Awesome. Nice. Definitely. All right, man. Take care.
Okay. See you.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought I probably caught the machine. Are you guys still
Zigo,
recording?
you've done this a number of times before, Zigo.
I know. I'm sorry. Hey.
What's up, buddy?
Pretty good. What's the topic? What's the call-in for? Because I'm still a little out of the loop. I know it's a call-in show, but I don't know what specifically for besides Walking Dead. But
we're going to quiz you. Well, first of all, you have Jordan, Brad, and Russ, and Jim here.
Wait,
Oh, hey,
what's it called? If you said his name, I missed it.
Zigo.
Oh, Zigo. Oh, cool. Zigo, how's it going, man?
Yeah, pretty good.
How was your trip to London?
Oh, my God. Awesome. Hopefully I'll be going back soon. But, yeah, it was really good.
For anybody, I take for granted that the Walking Dead audience knows all of our friends. Zigo is our good buddy, longtime listener and contributor, forum member, and creator of the Comic Tube podcast, which is awesome. And so, Zigo, as a huge horror geek, what are your thoughts on the Walking Dead television show now that it's kind of settled in for you?
Yeah, it's actually, I don't mind it. I like that it's different, but the same at the same time. I like that it's, like, certain changes that they've done to the comic I've always been okay with. I know a lot of people don't agree with it, but personally, I like it because it makes it more interesting. It's not me watching, oh, well, I already know what's going to happen because I read the comics. It's still something very new to me in the sense that it's like, okay, I see where they're going with this. Even though there are a few things I still don't agree with. But, I mean, for the most part, I think they've done a fantastic job anyway in the translation.
It's new, but at the same time, it feels extremely familiar. Like, yeah, this is the book. Even though I may not have seen this in the book, what I'm watching is the book.
One conversation I was having with a friend of mine is that I feel that for the most part, I'm not saying specifically, and I'm pretty sure you guys have said it a whole bunch of times, just like when your thoughts, and a lot of people have said this, the season 1 so far was pretty much the first 6 issues, but issue by episode, for the most part, with a little tweaks here and there, especially the season finale, but it worked for me that way. And a lot of people were saying that, oh, but the season kind of dragged compared to the book, and that's because when you read the book, and especially the first 6 issues, they go by pretty quick. Now you need to find, and then they did away where, issue by episode, where they kind of have to make that drag a little longer. So,
Yeah, now it's completely, while that all may be true, then the whole CDC thing went completely in a different direction. And now who knows where we're at in terms of like books or stories. I think my opinion is that it's all out the window now. Like they could go in any direction, and probably will. I don't know that. I'm sure they're going to hit on some major storylines that happen later on, but they're kind of off on there. It's like a different universe almost with the same characters. That's how I'm looking at it anyway.
Yeah, and I like it. Like they did something where they explained what was going on with the virus that hasn't happened in the books, and I'm glad they did that because if someone who hasn't read the comics, they're always going to want to know, well, what happened here, And I guess they did that because they didn't want to do what Romero has done. Even though I love Romero to death, sometimes even though it's very vague, it's a satellite, you still don't know what's really going on.
If Robert Kirkman actually knew the CDC was headquartered in Atlanta when he wrote the book, who knows? We may have seen that show up a lot earlier. Yeah.
So Zigo, tell us what's going on in Comic Tube for the next couple of weeks, months, or whatever you know.
Oh, yeah, well, for those Comic Tube, I got better when I got Vicky on, because, who doesn't want to hear a British girl talk on the show? But the next couple of episodes, I'm planning to do a DC Universe Online review with Sean from Raging Bullets, and I'm trying to sort something out with some guy named Johnny to do some Terminator talk. I don't know when. You might know him. I'm not sure when. That's about it, just DC Universe Online, and some regular discussions, like TV shows that we want to see be made, and things like that. Now that school started, I kind of have to slow it down just a little bit more, but, I mean, I'm going to try my best to be more consistent, because I was on a big hiatus during the summer when my computer, not the summer, during the last few months before December, because my computer just took a big fart, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, a lot of that's been going around.
Yeah, I understand completely.
Well, hey, man, thanks for the support and everything, and we'll catch up with you on the forums and Facebook and everything else.
Always, yeah. Actually, I do have one question for you guys, if you guys are taking questions on these calls.
Cool.
Not sure if you guys have answered it already before. What exactly is it that you guys, not just next season, but let's say in the near future of Walking Dead, it could be next season or the next 2 seasons, what is something that you guys are really just wanting to see happen?
I'm just going to go ahead and not say it, but there's a character that I know Brad and I especially are waiting to pop up, and I'm not going to say the character's name or what he or she does. Brad,
there are 2 characters that I'm dying to see, one of which Darabont has all but said will be on the show eventually, but the other character...
Was it drawn to look like Danny Trejo?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, that's the one we want to see, but the one that Darabont has said will eventually get there. I'm trying so hard not to spoil anything.
Just saying the character's name wouldn't really be that big of a spoiler, would it? Because you don't know anything about the
I wouldn't
character.
think.
Okay, so...
Okay, well, I think John and I are both really looking forward to a character called the Governor.
And you're right. And originally, I was talking about Michonne.
Okay.
And the second one I was talking about was the Governor.
Well, the Darabont has all but said Michonne will show up.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Yes. Once those characters show up, that's when, as Jim Dietz likes to say, the fecal matter hits the oscillating wind pusher.
Nice.
All right, well, before I go, I do want to drop this one more time. I want to have a discussion. It's just my last thoughts on it. It will generate discussion. I will say this. I love Shane a lot more in the TV show than in the comic. That is one of the differences that people don't agree with me, that I've spoken to anyway, that I've said that I think that the TV show has made Shane's character so much more better for me than the comic ever did. So, that's it. All right, well, as always, thanks for having me on, dudes, and look forward to this episode when it comes out.
Cool, man. Thanks, Zigo.
All right, have a good night. Bye.
Thanks.
All right, so I have taken the 6 names of the people that called in tonight, which are, in no particular order, Dane, Rich, Zigo, Victor, Jack, and Aaron. One of them is going to be the recipient of our other Walking Dead hardcover, courtesy of DCBS, in celebration of our 100th iTunes review. So what I have done is randomly given each name a number. So they're not in number order of how I just said them. They're numbered 1 through 6, and Russ 1.0 is going to pick a number between 1 and 6. 2 is Victor. Victor of Exploring the Multiverse is going to win, or has won, I should say, The Walking Dead hardcover, Volume 1. So, Victor, when you hear this, you know how to get a hold of us. You can use contest@walkingdeadtv.com or any of the other ways that you reach us. Send us an address, and we'll get you out the book. Anything else, guys, before we say goodbye? Anything that we need to catch up on from last show or thoughts?
We could mention one more time that we do have a couple of T-shirts for sale. We mentioned earlier that Fake Six Pack bought one. If you go to cafepress.com/WDTV podcast, you can look at the shirts. I think I honestly can't remember if I put any other items up. I think I did put 1 or 2 different items up. But any like we didn't, any money we make on these, which will be minimal, will just go to website costs and whatnot. It's not a money making deal.
Cool deal. And we do know of at least one person that bought a T-shirt. So tell us how it turned out on Twitter or whatever. That'd be cool to hear.
Yeah, I would like to know what the quality of the shirt was and stuff like that.
And the last thing I will say is that I watched The Horde, which was that French zombie movie that I spoke about last time. And it's totally worth checking out. It's in the vein of the remake of Dawn of the Dead. It's kind of an action, faster moving zombie movie, but it had a really nice premise. Zombie apocalypse goes down while other things are happening. So the people aren't like waiting for it or involved in it in any way. They're involved in their own world when it goes down. And it was definitely worth checking out. So see if you can find it maybe on Netflix or something like that.
All right, well, that's it for this episode of the Walking Dead TV podcast. Remember, you can leave us a voicemail message at 516-468-7912. Send us an email, comments at walkingdeadtv.com. Don't forget, go to hhwlod.com, and you can check out Half Hour Wasted on Mondays, Legion of Dudes on Thursdays, and Media Minutes, our brand new 5-minute media review podcast, pretty much every other day of the week. Also, you can follow our Facebook groups for Legion of Dudes, Half Hour Wasted, Walking Dead TV, and Speaking of the Devil, and follow us on Twitter at WDTV Podcast.
I'm going to jump in real quick and say, like I tried to say earlier, but we were so rudely interrupted by a phone call. Thank you very much. If you're wondering why people were calling in, it's because they follow WDTV Podcast on Twitter. So get you a Twitter account if you don't have one, or if you do, follow us and start paying attention, and you can participate in the contest that we only had 3 people participate in.
And we should also mention, if you're following at WDTV Podcast, why don't you follow at HHWLOD_network as well? That'll get you the info and the scoop on every single show we put out, every article that goes on the website. There's tons of content there, and if you blink, you'll miss it. So follow at HHWLOD_network. So until there's no more room in hell and the dead walk the earth, remember, regardless of what you thought of the Glee zombie episode after the Super Bowl, I'm looking forward to the inevitable Walking Dead musical episode next season. Have a good night.
Good night.